For when so ye breaking news, a source no video ni nsaka e media so. Na ne nse nkai mo kire se Bawumia beko jail 9 years. Obeka se ora adana aka se Bawumia beko jail 9 years. Yes. You see Bawumia ya mani sika bi se onkoto helicopter family Ghana police service. Mo amunim se e ba ne Ghana police service a omo chairman the vice president and the Ghana Armed Forces chief in commander the president. So this is the difference. Na abra na Bawumia Kufuado government no ye mani sika bi se onkoto helicopter me Ghana police service sika no afa Bawumia ansase na ni nyina ne se Mahamadi ba oban or launch se operation recover all loot. That's the agenda. One was OSP no spare me yera Dominic Ayeni good attorney general hwehwemu na findings no kire say Bawumia will be jailed for 9 years because the evidence base attorney general enya any research awoye no ebusu enkotie wura no yewie nso a OSP declare King Oforiata because they are more interested than my am say daily update there odia na ade asem ene na ahwe a ene die kwaso o de subscribe my YouTube channel de bia ofa o tete phone na oborema Unsabeka Jumedi ni bi na wahwe YouTube mo alert no eno nso behwe ba dem yam ka kire ahwefo ne atie fo se o de wo fa wo phone na wabo awuram because nsempa no egusu etwagu ewo channel no so anase TV no so me sure pa yi ntie nkotie OSP nsem kaye no ye de part 2 abeto channel no so we part 1 we part 2 ntie abra o ma brief say Bawumia will be jail findings no any den yenkudi nkotie sansem no na ntie OSP the part 2 no the order my daily update TV so share Jumedi and like and for comment show major brain makinkan na me show bibia stay tuned let's stay connected. God bless you.
Abusha for breaking news. When him say Attorney General yen hwehwemu awon krata abi mu. Na Attorney General hwehwemu o yen say ya nhwe ne ye a Dr. Bawumia betima ko jail 9 years in prison. Yes. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia abra no ye chairman of the police council. Ye man is kabi se onkonkoto helicopter and family Ghana police service. Na helicopter na nkokoto no. Ghana nim die mu no ye pade ye mo no because aban no nto ade dada. Until we were looking around $2.2 million and ye kukuru di ma Dr. Bawumia. Dr. Bawumia koye no okoto helicopter dada ye modi in 1974 and the break Ghana police service and that soro 1974 de no and that soro no kubetima to mo no ye 2022 brand $2.2 million one top and okoto 1974 model yasen tutu asiesie ya refurbish. They said the motor second hand phones was circle ni PZ no. They are yet to abie so ahyehye na no bi no koto bae. Enti wo hwema sika afa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sase no close to $2 million. Wadi scanner finance ase. Wati scanner so. Na Attorney General hwehwemu ani ora na hwehwemu omo ye no. Abusua Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia betima ko jail. So one first scanner ba. Na according to hwehwemu no mpanifo bi asem omo kan say sika no ye beje but the one asutwe wo bia no so Dr. Bawumia be san face enti mo amosi hwiinsi no obi anka na komanto ne yemisi mo bia nrehye wo de monto mobo Akroma be butu enti MPP for no mo hyase emfa mo ko jan tuntum ne kokko mo bɔ muti ne ade because adwuma eba grassroots no mo adwuma eba sorry ebo se mu gyengyina high court ne ade ye yampene ye yanko mo adwuma eba sorry se mo de yankwase adwuma se ya na de mo be ye grassroots ya diska na jam komo de mo so ye be so amo ne ama mo 50 Ghana na ma ko gyina high court ye yanko yampene o scan so anya bi andi enti mu mpem ko gyan ne mo nyoma nwu because mo adwuma eba ba medamase.
And those who executed it. Is that the understanding that they
still want me to reveal my intelligence to you?
No, I'm not going to mention it.
Right.
And I used to say intelligence available to you.
Right.
Categorically indicates that the thing was pitched. That was what you said first. So I'm saying that if I'm a journalist and you tell me that, then the assumption is that it means you know those who planned it and those who executed it.
We have a fair idea.
You have information.
We have a fair idea, yes. And I situate, when he asked me, I situated it in a certain context.
No,
I said,
this person's question. The first statement.
no, calm down. Say, let's have a conversation. Yeah. Let's not talk over each other. I'm saying, because your question relates to what he asked, and it became very clear to us. The way the OSP was linked to it, the OSP was attached to it in a very negative sense, when the media did not even know that we were after Mr. Kenufrata. Did any one of you here know that we were after Mr. Kenufrata? You didn't know. How did it then turn out yesterday?
We knew because there was a newspaper publication.
The newspaper public. Calm down. You didn't know. The newspaper public. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. I'm saying you didn't know. Calm down. I said let's have a conversation.
Yes.
If you talk over me, I won't answer you again. Listen, I'm saying you didn't know. What you knew was our half-yearly report, which we put in the Daily Graphic and on our website, that we were investigating Mr. Oforiatta for National Cathedral Project. That is all that you know. What you don't know is all that I've enumerated. And what you don't know is the exchange of correspondence between the lawyers of Mr. Oforiatta and us. And what you don't know is the purported medical letter that was transmitted to us by Mr. Oforiatta's lawyers. And what you don't know is our insistence and warning Mr. Oforiatta that if you don't show up on a certain date, we will come after you. You didn't know all that. So when I say you don't know, just admit that you didn't know. What you know is what we put in the paper. Proceed.
That's what my question was.
If you calm down, it will make things clearer.
I'm saying that.
Right.
Your first statement before this question, you are answering my question as though it's related to this man. I'm saying no.
You fail to recognize that it is related to his question, but proceed.
So I asked a question related to that. If you say intelligence, it means that you have idea of who did it. Because I'm saying this because if the man says something happened to you.
Yes, I'm answering you. We have a fair idea of who did it.
That's you admitted that at the time you issued that you invited him, you were not aware that he has traveled. And that it was
see, my words carefully. I never said that. I said he left the jurisdiction on or about. Listen. He left the. You see, I see a penchant of you in putting words in people's mouths. But listen, he left. What I stated was that he left the jurisdiction on or about 2 January 2025. That's what I stated. I didn't say that we didn't know. But the fact that you are out of the jurisdiction doesn't prevent us from communicating with you, is it? Especially in this modern era of war gadgetry. So we knew that he was out of the jurisdiction. Okay. But we know where he lives. Okay. That there are people there. Okay. Yeah.
I just want to know the first letter. When you sent the letter, the lawyers responded that he's out of the jurisdiction and that for the communication to them is that he's out of the jurisdiction indefinitely.
On medical grounds.
On medical grounds. My question is, if I leave the country, you are aware that I've left the country, and then later you invite me, and my lawyers write to you that, oh, I'm out of the country indefinitely on medical grounds. I don't think that first letter will be basis to say I'm trying to run away from justice. It will be the subsequent action.
Once again, if the first letter was the reason why we just organized a briefing, we would have done it a long time ago. But we didn't just base our actions on the first letter. We waited and we pushed. We asked for more. So if you say the first letter could not have been the basis, that wasn't the basis. But as I'm saying, subsequent events then informed us, instructed us that, oh, the first intention you communicated to us in your first letter is really what you want to do. And that the things you are bringing now, rules, afterthought. Yes, the subsequent actions then took us back to the first letter for us to come to the conclusion that all
the investigation about him you talked about, they involve, I think about 3 of them involve private sector institutions. full name, certain contract.
But linked to public agencies.
Yes. So my question is, you yourself have just noted that with technology, it's easy to get to go wherever they are in the world. If there are other people involved in the investigation and they are here and you are interrogating them, if technology, is it possible? It's not possible that whatever information you want from Kelvin, you can get it from him without him physically being present in Ghana. Thank you.
See, as for possibilities, we cannot determine how far they go. What we deal with is probabilities. It is very possible for me to develop wings right now and fly out of this room like a bird. But is it in the least probable? No. And that is why in the law we don't deal with possibilities. We are dealing with probabilities. Now when a law enforcement agency tells you that your physical appearance, a former president of the United States was wanted by a city, he had to leave wherever he was to attend to that call in that city and be charged. The OSP wants you physically for you to answer some questions. Don't know our processes by which we go through by charging a person, by arresting a person, and all that. You wouldn't know that, would you say? So when we say that your personal attendance is required, it means that we do not want to do a teleconferencing or a Zoom conferencing. So if your response to us that you are bedridden, we will seek to find whether indeed you are bedridden and you can't travel. You get me? We will not just take your word for it, and that is why I stated in the brief that we won't, on your say so, we won't admit what you are saying, that you are so ill that you can't come to the jurisdiction. And so, show us more. We didn't just move. We were fair, and we kept asking. It was at some point yesterday that we decided that he has to be declared a fugitive from justice. And we have done so. Yes, sir. Well, he made it a debate, that's why it became like that.
And I write for the informer.
For the? Right.
At what time will you apply your second option to secure inspection of
Someone was saying, leave it to us. Like I told the other gentleman, we don't like disclosing strategy like that. Sometimes it compromises investigation.
Who are the lawyers for his lawyers?
I can come. Let's leave the lawyers out. You see, they are my colleagues at the bar. They are not under investigation. They are not the people the OSP wants. You get me? They are doing their job as lawyers. And you know, in law, every lawyer will tell you, it is what your client tells you. That is what you transmit. So all that they are doing, they are transmitting the information their client gave to them. So, pardon me, let's leave the lawyers and the identity out of it. Is that another hand?
You have an issue with.
Sorry?
You have a personal issue with Kelvin.
God forbid. I don't have any issues with anybody. I don't hold grudges. You know, it also came up when we invited Professor Frimpong Boateng here. Same thing. The story was that I was doing someone bidding, fighting someone's battle for him, people who have issues against Professor Frimpong Boateng. That's why we brought him here. Look at the litany of cases I mentioned, and there are more which we will go into. Personal issues with anyone. I did not assume this office or swear an oath to defend the constitution and the laws of this country to go on a personal vendetta or personal chases because I don't like you or you've crossed my path or anything. Otherwise, I'm sure there will be more than 1,000 people reporting to the OSP every day. Every day someone crosses you. But that is not the reason why I'm the special prosecutor, and I'm never going to do that. Personal vendetta, God forbid.
Right,
Didn't get any. Right.
At what points the cases you're looking at in relation to Kelvin expand possibly would rise to
Auctions. Meanwhile, that wasn't why we started that case. It was in respect of customs advance ruling. 2 customs advance ruling just for one company, just 2 for one company. Then, as we were delving in and going from that particular source, that is not even what you started to investigate. But then you go and see it. That's the beauty of the game. Yes. Yes, sir. Oh, sorry. You don't have the microphone, and he has the floor. Right. Sorry. Reuters.
Are you able to tell how you started? Based on the statement.
How we started what? Right.
Somebody take you off. Were you petitioning? Which of the cases kind of did you start? And then based on the statement, are you able to put a value to it out of the 4 or the 5 and the 1? Are you able to say you are going after it because of this amount of money reportedly?
If you would recall, one of the cases has been, sir, from Reuters. If you recall, one of the cases has been on a half-yearly report for a while now. Remember the one ECG? It's been there for a while now. We started that. When did we start? 3 years ago, 2022. So we started the ECG investigation in 2022. You see, but that wasn't based on the tip-off or anything. It was just in respect of a dissolution of a contract, which then brought about some unpleasant consequences, which then took us to go look at it. So from 2022, the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Energy had been on our radar from 2022, and we started. So when we started from the ECG, then at some point, the other cases came in, SML, that National Cathedral, right here beside us. Then last week, GRA refund, tax refund account. You get me? Yeah. So we started these investigations 3 years ago. Right. Yes, sir. Oh, the value. Sir, I cannot place a value on it for you right now. The Chronicle. Right. So you are the spear of the nation.
I want to take you to the medical reports.
All right.
You described it as purported medical reports.
I didn't describe it as a report. I said purported medical letter. It is not a report in our record. It is a letter. It is a generic letter to whom it may concern. Generic letter. Yes.
Is the qualification purported.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you work around it.
Right.
And when you spoke about the way in his house, you said your intelligence indicates that it was either an imposter action or
it was staged or at best an imposter action. Yeah.
So my understanding is that you did some background checks to arrive at that conclusion. I want to find out whether you've done same checks, possibly from medical or the hospital that the purported letter is coming from, to be able to know that it was purported. Or I don't know. I want to be sure whether you've done.
But that's good journalism. You know, I keep referring to the fact that there is some bit of intelligence available to us, which we do not. Which we do not want to reveal now, for fear that it may compromise the investigation. It is a reason why we keep saying it is a purported medical letter. We never qualified it as a report. It is a medical letter stating exactly what I said in my briefing. That was all there was to it. But I was at pains to point out that purported medical letter never stated that he was an invalid, to the point where he is unable to travel to the jurisdiction. For us, it's very crucial. And we also stated in the briefing that it wasn't demonstrated so. You get it? Yeah. We can all say that I'm not well, I can't come to work today, or it's raining at my area, so I'm unable to come to work. We can all say that. Sorry, follow up. Sorry, he says he has a follow up. Let's follow him up and then.
You see, the fear of people thinking that you are just persecuting somebody or on a fishing expedition or use that. I know that when doctors are writing such letters, there is a medical person with a signature of those things. Yes, you said you have some intelligence. I need to confirm that you've done your checks abroad without necessarily stating the specific hospital or the specific medical person who explain.
I get you. First on persecution. If without any precursors, I just called you, invited you here this morning without anything, we just declared him a person, then you could say that is persecution. But we've been through processes. And that is why I said earlier that do not think that we do not have the milk of human kindness. We are also persons. We can fall ill. Who amongst us has not fallen ill before? But place it in context and the exchange of correspondence and what was going on, you would come to a certain conclusion that we came. And I said, no serious law enforcement agency would accept that because of this, you are unable to show up. No serious law enforcement agency. Once again, let me go to the US. If the FBI said that, you applaud. OSP is saying it, so maybe there's persecution. We're also up to our task and we're doing it. If you tell any law enforcement agency in the world that kind of letter that came to us, no serious law enforcement agency would accept that because of that, you are so sickly and invalid that you can't show up. It will come after you. That's why we are going after him. There is a contest. And then again, what was your second?
Whether there is a specific hospital or a medical person.
Well, see, I never said we doubt the authenticity of the authorship of the letter. Once again, get my words carefully. I'm saying it's a purported medical letter. I never casted doubt on where it's coming from. I never casted doubt on the person who signed it. I never casted doubt on the letterhead on which it appeared. What I did say is that for us, it is a ruse intended for him never to show up willingly. Yeah. And if you say we've done our checks, yes, we've done our checks. And that bit of information I said I won't reveal to you now. We fear it may compromise the investigation. Right. So forgive me and pardon me for that. If we think we should reveal it at some future point, we would. Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, he has a microphone.
All right. My name is Judgement. I work with 2Million
TV.
Yes,
Bruta.
no, not the language.
Oh, I understand.
Okay. So there are concerns out there about the timing of some of these cases and the invitations and all that.
Mind you, if Mr. Ferrata had showed up at the OSP, you would not have known it. You get it? The reason why we are having this briefing because he failed to show up. And for us, it is a ruse for him not to come to the jurisdiction willingly. But you see, as I said, it is not a one-off matter. As the Director of Investigations stated, we started ECG in 2022. It's an ongoing process. These cases, you hasten with patience. Otherwise, you will miss a lot. Mind you, it's a criminal investigation. Mind you, the outcome of a criminal process is that someone may lose their liberty. You have to be painstaking. And I keep telling my directors, if you bring a case to me and it's a 70-30, I won't move. If it is 50-50, don't even bring it to me. I only start listening to you when it is 90-10. That is 90, that there is the real likelihood and probability that some criminality has ensued. But from there, we then go into SML. The SML investigation, we had to pause it waiting for KPMG. Remember, there was a presidential directive to KPMG. We paused it for several months, waiting for it because you do not want to do overlapping and expending very limited resources when you do not have to. So when the KPMG report was birthed, then we went back. Okay, he Kentema will have the last word.
Abusua kwa kotie dwumadi na ba. Me da wase oje brem ye kotie dwumadi nyame show. Ensem no na ye kotie no. See hu de any speaker. Because one thing is we declare a queen of fugitive of justice. And no chere say ono uni ahofadie bia wo under contention and as under a year law and ye declare into no number bi anam bia no why wanted yeah democratically why wanted be anam bia no onye obi aye freeman enti na wo ma the former finance minister ultimatum say any day kwaso obo kwaso why the minister of state ye enti ye say ye no be ye papa mu bi enti wa fa ho bra say oye ho say chenchena mentwe oni wa travel out of the jurisdiction enti no what thing say is a barricade ye enti me ma ho de ya oboa because your interpol why be on beti my enforce would waba because your democratic state and the ways we are small dignity and some no there ebusua do so me mam kasa wa ye ko fansen for fraba enti tam kuchu na ejebre. God bless you.